First off, what's up with y'all? It's your girl Euphoria. Tapping in. So, okay, let's get into it. This is an affirmation for the root chakra. In the background, we're gonna be playing my affirmation album. If y'all need some affirmations, grounded in yourself. Tap in on Apple Music and all streaming platforms. So let's tap in. So that's gonna be playing over there. I am capable of making a way. But y'all, on this journey of evolving into your highest self, evolving into a starseed, it's gonna be some highs and lows. Yesterday was 11/11. It was manifestation portal, big time. Make a magic happen kind of day. And I honed in so much of my energy and focused on myself. I did exactly what I was supposed to do. The crazier part is I stayed in like I was supposed to, focused on what I wanted to focus on, me. My my upward growth, what I want to do. I even booked a few appointments. People from the past were starting to trail back in saying they wanted to book for December because they heard that I was going to be having my salon plaza and stuff set up by December. Which kind of leaves me in a lurch because what are we going to do about December? I need to make me some money. Now, of course, y'all know how my relationship with money is. Where it's like I really can't stand it because I understand what it makes people do and what it stems from. But until everyone in the United States actually bands together and goes against common knowledge, common wealth, I'm going to have to, oh no, excuse me. I'm going to have to ensure that I focus on doing what the average people got to do. Not saying that I'm higher than average, but everybody's different. So today's topic on evolving into a starseed, we're going to focus on we're going to focus on forward movement after. Actually, no, we're going to focus on our kids. A lot of us have kids during this journey, or before we got on this journey, we already were parents. What's up? What's up, frog? A lot of us already had kids before we started our spiritual journey, and people always ask, "Well, what do we do now?" Because I'm like evolving into something different, but my kids are here. So what do I do? Well, here's a very easy answer. A lot of the times in your spiritual journey, you can involve your kids by doing things like playing affirmation music, binaural beats, solfeggio frequencies, things like that to help their mind get on the same frequency as yours so that they see things like you. Now, of course, if you're getting to the point where you're starting to see the world for what it truly is and you might want to preserve your child's innocence, of course, I completely understand and respect that. Thank you, love. But on the loop side things, you do live with your kid a lot of the times. I just recently got my son back living with me. So, in that aspect, having him live with me and having him in my space and being my authentic self with him included, he's a part of my spiritual journey now. So, the funny thing that we don't realize about our kids is a lot of them are actually older than us. What do you mean your kid is older than you? Your kid is older than you. Your kid is a spirit that's close. Your child is younger than you physically, but they're closer to the spirit realm than you, which means they've evolved more recently and they decided to come back to teach you a lesson. We don't realize our kids are here to teach us spiritual lessons. So I went against my son's better judgment. Well, I didn't go against my son's better judgment. My son told me that he didn't want my ex in the house yesterday. My ex was like, "Oh, I want to come get my hair done." And it was manifestation portal day, of course. Now, have you mind, I blocked this guy's number. We not friends on no social media for obvious reasons. And, I just simply was in a space of like, we can't do what you want to do in this relationship anymore. So my son's like, no, I don't want him to come over the house. In the efforts to respect my son's personal space, because he too lives here, I anywho, I just simply told him, I'm like, you know, you can't come in here because it just wouldn't make sense. I did the right thing. He sat outside my house. He's like, I'm outside. What do you mean? I met your son before. I'm like, yeah, I know you did before, but you hadn't did what you did to me up until this point back then. So I told him no. And a lot of the times we don't respect our kids and their perspectives on our journeys. We try to tell our kids to stay in a kid's place, not realizing that our kids are here to protect us because their intuition is a bit sharper than ours because they're closer again to their childlike spirit. They're closer to the divinity that we come from. So to trust my child's intuition is to trust God's intuition because God gave me my child. Because to even be able to conceptualize or even conceive a child is through God. Because you can't, there's a lot of people who can't have kids naturally. I naturally got pregnant at 17 and birthed a kid that's healthy, 13 years old and taller than me and more knowledgeable than me in a lot of aspects in life up until this point. That's a blessing from God. So I want to listen to him. I can find a man anywhere. I can find a dude anywhere. I can find someone who's on the internet anywhere. I can go to the street, to the store and find somebody who got a little bit of emotion on the internet or a lot of bit of emotion. I can find men anywhere. I can't find a kid that came out of me anywhere. I can't find that everywhere. People literally pay thousands of dollars a year to get pregnant. So at the point where I now realize, like, if a person like that would disrespect my baby, or my son says, I'm not fond of this energy in my space, you get the message. Now the issue is, okay, well, y'all work together, great. The energies work together, great. And that's where the spiritual journey of everything really kind of, I can't stand it. Because as much as I want to just simply say, you know what? I want to forgive this person. I want to work with this person. I want to build with this person. Again, if your child feels uncomfortable, there's something you got to look at there. Because a child is forever. A relationship with a man is whenever. And a lot of times men forget that on this journey too, so they disrespect the children. To the point where they even like would come across and try to stop the blessing of being able to be a great mother to a child by damaging a woman's conscience, by damaging a woman's spirit. Like, it breaks my heart to have to talk about this because it's like, talking about it is bringing the energy back into the loop. But it's like, again, like, you see what I'm saying? The fact that a man would stop this message, or the energy of a man that knows that they have the ability to help somebody grow, and instead they stop it. I just, I get irritated because it's like, I gotta pause the music for this. I get irritated because I really genuinely want to help the Black man grow from their childhood wounds. But when you do that, it seems as though you be projecting more childhood wounds onto the next generation instead. That's why my focus has really been on being a mother more than being a partner. See, I had no choice but to focus on being a partner for the last 9 months because my mom had my son while I was going through my spiritual journey and going through this transition period into a different version of myself. You know, I guess the first time in my life I got alone time. But in that breath, understanding that the goal here is to ensure that the next generation is better than the last versus focusing on the past is the thing that really has my heart in a knot. Because I really genuinely believe that this person could heal, right? But I also know that if I keep trying to force that person's spiritual growth journey, I can hinder my son's. And that's when your spiritual journey takes a turn where it's like, okay, especially as a healer. And I learned this, I just saw on Arkansas page. I think that's how you say his name. Shout out to them. But looking at my fingerprints, realizing like I'm a healer by like calling. I'm supposed to help divinely connect the masculine and feminine energies. It's just seeing what my fingerprints said about me, period. It's just like what everything that's marked on my body says about me. Lets me know who I'm supposed to be. But then it's like, okay, so how do you do that and still protect your child's spiritual and mental and physical, emotional health? Like, I'm supposed to help heal the world, but how can I heal the world when I could possibly potentially harm my own household, my own homestead? You know what I'm saying? How can one how can a person genuinely want to make their life mission happen if they know that it can potentially harm the one thing that God gifted them? So that's when I had to realize that this relationship probably wasn't sent from God. As much as it feels like it was definitely a part of the spiritual journey, it's like we have karmic relationships that come in to show us aspects of ourselves. But then I think, well, maybe what if the child stemmed from a karmic relationship? But the child, does that make the child karmic too automatically? I would think not. What I went through last night was uncalled for, especially during the manifestation portal. Knowing that my only goal here is to heal, change the system, introduce infinite wisdom to the collective so that we can all heal as a collective. With me knowing that, and then still like seeing like the wave of the world, like our president thinks it's more important to build $1 million bunker, because it's not a ballroom, it's a bunker, than to make sure that children and families are eating during Thanksgiving. But that's a holiday that they celebrate. They forced us to celebrate. It's just so many things that went through my head within this yesterday, just like, but you can't find a kid that God gave you anywhere. But you can find a man anywhere. That's true. A red man, a blue man, a green man, a purple man, gold man, white man, black man, silver man, tin man, lion king. You can find a man anywhere, but you can't find a kid that God gave you, that he allowed you to birth and conceive and have a healthy birth at that. Especially with all the trials and tribulations I was going through during my pregnancy. The pregnancy was smooth. It's just things that happened before my pregnancy that let me know that God was completely behind the conception of my son. God was completely behind that. The fact that my son is able-bodied, right mind, sensible, God was completely behind that. The only thing that I'm questioning is the relationship. And again, I stress this to the men and women that are role models in children's lives, whether you be a teacher, a cross guard, or now I'm even got to look at myself like the person that's speeding down the road trying to have motion and be ahead of the whole entire game and trying to keep my motion and learn how to drive appropriately like an adult or whatever. Think about your impact on the children every day on this spiritual journey. Think about how you're molding the future by the way that you treat the people who are going to be in charge of it. Think about what you're showing them. Think about what you're saying about them, to them, what energy you're pushing into them, things that you're trying to force them to experience. Now, my friend and I had went through a situation that, probably was a little bit too gruesome for my son to understand, but it's like 1 second everybody wants the kids to be grown, then the next second they want them to be young. But think about this. Instead of saying you shouldn't tell a kid that because you put them out of a kid's place, how about you just don't do that? We have to become accountable adults where it's like, okay, instead of me saying, don't tell your son that me and you got into an argument and we fought physically, how about me as a man who knows that I came through from bad things and abuse and things like that? I try to not actually argue with you and put my hands on you. Like if I gotta talk to you, and this might sound crazy, but as a grown man or woman, if when you have a conversation where you're discussing your actual viewpoints, if it is necessary for you to take your hands and sit on them while you discuss what you need to discuss so that you don't get physical and you need to stay seated the entire time, so be it. Because if that's going to make sure that you ensure that the kids that are involved in the situation are not, I don't know, obliterated mentally, physically, emotionally, and spiritually, then that's what it's got to be. Just like they used to tell us when we was kids to sit on our hands sometimes in order to teach us patience. If you have to retrain your mind like you were a kid, so be it. But to tell someone to not tell a kid the truth about a person And then you're living in this kid's face in this fake mask, and the kid is actually starting to like you. Meanwhile, behind the scenes, you're doing something to them, their mother, their uncle, their grandmother, their aunties. Like, no, this is the age of Aquarius. There's no more time for no more lies. It's no time for no more, bullshit, and then like just kicking back and just smoking a J and just brushing it over with. Yeah, life is stressful, and yeah, we need to just get past it, but it's time to do the work. Like, I think a lot of people don't realize that the reason that the abundance is blocked in their life is because they haven't done the work. Like, right now in the age of Aquarius, a lot of the things that we get in are based on our ability to stay on course with the path of healing. If you can't heal, meaning you can't sit down, I love you, I leave your space, I can prove my grace. If your accountability, if your accountability is stopping you from realizing that the goal here is to heal our past by treating our future differently. And sometimes that is self-sacrificial, meaning in order for us to treat our future differently, sometimes, hey young man, how you doing? Hey, instead of me coming over to sleep with your mother, and you don't have to say this, right? But instead of me coming over to sleep with your mother, how about what you want to do? Like, what you like to do? Having a conversation with them. Oh, you want to play baseball? Well, let's go outside. Let's go take the baseball outside. Oh, you want to play soccer? Let's go outside and kick the soccer ball. That could be stress relief for the both of you men. But men don't think like that these days. I mean, some men do, but it's like the men that need the healing. Because if you are attracted to a certain kind of person, and this is another thing, I have to draw back. If you're connected and attracted to a certain kind of person, go over there. I know opposites attract. Men who love the hoochies love to break down strong, beautiful black women because it's like we make it hard for them to find because more of us are being bred. The women with accountability and respect for themselves, more of us are being bred into this new world because we're starting to learn our boundaries and understand our worth. So men, I think, are being sent to us to break us down, right? But if you genuinely like the women who like your lifestyle, stay there. There's nothing wrong with that. There's somebody for everybody. And I'm not judging anyone who has been on another side of the earth because I mean, I've been on all sides of being a female. I've had my promiscuous days, I've had my explorative days, I've had my young days, I've had my days where I was so on top of my game that I wouldn't let a man touch me with a finger for years. I've been every single version of me. So I'm not going to sit here and be like, oh, if you're this kind of guy, you deserve this kind of woman, and that's it for you. No, people can grow and change every day because every day is a new day, and you can become a new person every single day. Where I'm coming in at is saying when children are involved and we're trying to heal our past, heal our parental wounds, our mother wounds, our father wounds, it's time for us to look past what we did then and choose to be the person to curate a different environment now. If you know that your parents not being in your life made you feel weak and alone, why would you want to project that same kind of energy into another child's life? If your father not being there made you feel, I have a job, I do hair, I'm a licensed cosmetologist, I've been doing hair for 14 years. Have a seat. Anyway, if you know that you grew up in a family where you felt unseen, unheard, unloved, why would you do that to the next family? Like, why join into a woman's life and then cause her children to go through that same thing? I had an argument or discussion with a friend last night, or the person I was talking to, and he's like, oh, well, that's not my kid. He's only 10 years younger than me. I had my son at 17 years old. That's not my fault. I stood up and I raised my kid. But when you as a man want to come into a woman's life, When you as a man want to come into a woman's life and you think that you have the right to be in her space, her home, her body, her bank account, her mind, her spirit, and you want to disrespect the children that came off of her just for you to feel more comfortable, there's something wrong with you. No, all women are not perfect, but a lot of us, we know that we're not perfect, and we try our best to just be as perfect as possible for our kids. So we sometimes don't date for a long time, and then that causes us to build a different kind of wall around us where we don't let everybody in. I happen to have my wall down because I wasn't with my son during that period of time that I was dating this individual, and I took full accountability for that. But at the point where now my son's in my house, my son said he can't come in here. I'm not letting you in the door. That's taking full responsibility for the fact that I'm a parent. And then at the end of the conversation to say, man, fuck that little nigga talking about my son, but you want to use my car. You want to ask me for $15. You want to lay in my bed. You want me to cook food for you. You want me to entertain the idea of you getting me pregnant because I'm ovulating at this time. You want me to entertain the idea that me and you could raise a kid together. I'm saying, so say if we had a kid, if we had a kid, you mean to tell me that you would only want to be a parent to the kid that you produce, but not, well, okay, by the time the kid was 4, your son would be 18. That's irrelevant. He's not 18 today, and I'd be pregnant today, and next week men really don't get the idea like, okay, I'm up, so I ain't got to do that. It's like, no, it doesn't matter. I don't care about if you can pull me to this level up here to be seen. It's like you're pulling me above the water. He does have a daughter, and his baby mother didn't want me around, but I still very much encouraged them to have a positive relationship. I was actually like, you know what? You should go give her flowers for Mother's Day. You should give her a teddy bear. You should pull up on your daughter and, ask to see her. I was even buying his daughter kid cuisine meals and Chick-fil-A. And I wouldn't come over the house because I knew he was with his daughter. So, yeah, I already was on the other side of the situation and respected the boundaries of the woman that didn't want me around her daughter and him being a father to his daughter and having a relationship with her without me being there and still even financially contributing to that. So, I'm accountable on both ends. I'm not a person who's unaccountable and the shoes on the other foot. I've dated men with children. I bought their children polo boots for Christmas, clothes, outfits, did their hair. Like I've dated men with children. I know how to operate as a grown woman. He just met me in a situation where I was homeless because my mother kicked me out because I was an independent woman trying to live with my mother who was trying to turn me back into a child and she couldn't handle that. So she kicked me out instead and said, "Since you're so independent, survive out there in the streets." Everything's cool. What's up, Mr. Carter? So I'm accountable for who I am. I'm saying that his daughter is only like 2, so obviously she couldn't say what she if she did or didn't want me around. But I'm saying I respected the boundary that was placed because when he was with his daughter, he would say, "You can't come over," or "We can't hang out. I'm with my daughter," and I respected that. I got that. It's cool. I wouldn't sit outside his house and be like, "You gonna let me in, and I need to borrow your car, and I need $15." Instead, he's calling me saying, "Can you get her something to eat?" Cool, no problem. So it's no way you could twist this around to make me seem like the bad guy. Because like when it was me on the other side of that, I showed up. So I'm not going to sit here and have nobody come at me or even him talk to me any kind of way. Like even the energy that I'm feeling being pushed around my head space, like we outside, it's like it's always a show for him to try to make me look like I'm silly or I'm goofy or I'm drowning or I ain't got no motion. It's like, dang, instead of supporting me, even though you know what I'm saying is right, because the fact that I'm saying something is striking a chord in you, so it's knocking off your steady motion. So that lets me know that when it comes to energy, even the energy reads that if we're still connected and you stay, because I need you, if we still energetically connected, but when I speak the truth, it knocked you back to the point where now the ship is looking like it's leaning to the left a little bit. That lets you know that it's a little dent in your armor that you need to really iron out. That's what I was doing yesterday. I literally he like, and I'm not doing this to embarrass no one. And I'm saying I'm doing this so that people will know how to really operate, right? But yesterday I meditated. I activated my coccyx, the little energy point at your root chakra. I'm like cleaning out my root chakra, like, focusing there, focusing my energy, like, you know. And as soon as I did that, he called from a different number 4 times. I blocked that number. He changed his number, got another number. I blocked that number. He changed his number, got another number. My grandmother called me 2 times, told me to come get mail. Some scams called me here and there. But then he proceeded to continue to call me. I can't show you the call log on this other phone because I have 2 phones. But it's like I try my best to get away from this energy, and I'm saying this because it's about the kids. It's not about me. It's about the fact that my son said he felt like he didn't like him. He didn't want him in the house. He like, oh yeah, I need to get my hair 2 strand twisted. Yeah, she Grams. What's up, Grams? But it's like I think his thing is he's famous and viral on the internet and stuff. It's like you want me to hold space for you to be an asshole in my life, but right, like he said to my son, he said F my son, so it's the same situation back to him. It's just like I don't think how people keep coming here and it's like they want to see a love and hip hop relationship. They want to see a black woman continue to keep putting up with a black man's ish because well, you just gotta hold him down. You know what the world been through, but it's like that's damaging my son's spiritual journey moving forward. That's damaging my effect on the future. That's damaging my carbon footprint on the future. My son is my carbon footprint, literally. My son's footprint is on my chest. I literally got this tattoo literally like probably a week after having my son. It was signed, sealed, delivered that this man is gonna have his foot on my shoulder for forever. The period. It's all about this boy right here on my chest. Only thing you gonna see up here, my baby. I ain't got no other man's name tattooed on me, just my son's name. I don't play that. So for me, I really took the relationship with my son so much more serious than people try to, oh, you're not looking at the situation correctly. My son said he wasn't comfortable, and I said, don't come in, you can't get your hair done. My son said, you could go out there. My son said, look, you could go out there and go talk to him. You can go out there and go hang out with him, but he ain't coming in here. Leave your son in the kid's place. But then when it came to the strangulation and all these scars that was left on my neck and all the bruises that I'm still healing from, all around my neck, all the way to the back on both sides. And my son saw that. He like, what happened to your neck? He did that to you, didn't he? Because he knew that you've done it before. At that point where he seen that, it was just like, he said, don't come in here. I'm not in the ghetto. I'm actually in Silver Spring, Maryland. A very good area. It's not ghetto. It's some people have trauma because this happens in white households, Hispanic households, and rich households. Because if this is ghetto, then Diddy and Cassie's ghetto too. Like celebrities put their hands on each other. Whitney and Bobby was putting their hands on each other. It's always some Hispanic guy trying to come in here, a burner account. You can go into timeout. And Ebonics is, oh, I would be an Ebonics professor. I don't got to clean it up for nobody. I know where I came from too. where my ancestors came from. That's another thing. I saw that where people said, "Oh, we not Jose was whooping Maria." Okay, all right, but also they say that we need to learn how to speak English, and people, oh, you're not speaking the right language. That's how we operate in America. You not being regular and not just letting everybody, suck up your energy, and you being selfish with your energy. My son's 13 years old and taller than me. I'm 5'9". My son's like 6'2". I think the issue is the guy. He's kind of like 5'7", 8 on a good day. So him being shorter than me, kind of. But then also my son being all the way up here. He's like, your son big as shit. Like he is. And he is. And he is. So for me, not seeing this person trying to put in efforts towards being a positive role model in his life, knowing that he already went through trials and tribulations, and he also has gone through these things, and he could do the right thing by being a positive role model in this boy's life, but instead he rather come up here. Like, he stood outside my house, right? He was already going through like bad energy, right? Energy was so bad it started making me feel like I had diarrhea when he pulled up to my house. I don't know what was going on with him, right? I was feeling sick, but it's crazy because I think it was energy that my brother was trying to project onto me, trying to be funny, not realizing I was going through something, right? But either way, I started feeling sick as soon as he pulled up. Like, I'm talking about like ill, like throw up, like I really had diarrhea. So all of this, I'm like, God is like, no. Right? But then he goes and he puts his energy spiritually up on my neighbor upstairs. And I'm seeing him like literally pretty much spiritually dicking her down. I'm just like, wow. He's like, if I can't get the energy from you, I'm gonna get it from her. And I'm gonna just give it to you afterwards. Then that puts me in a situation where now me and her have a tumultuous relationship. She lives over the top of me. I don't have time for no woman to be trying to stomp on my head because she's mad at the person that I've been trying to get away from. I'm like, I dealt with him, yeah, but I've been trying to get away. He's parking outside the house. He's coming outside the house. So like, I'm not even letting him in the house at this point. So he's just disrespectful regardless across the board. And there's nothing that I can do about that. Except for call the police. But see, the thing is, we already have an order where he's not supposed to be in contact with me anyways because we already have the case. It's just saying I'm not supposed to be outside of his house because I supposedly put my hands on him. Supposedly. The police wrote the order. He didn't. He even called the police and told them that was a lie. But they said, no, the state picked up the case. So we're going to focus on that. I'm like, the state got time to pick up cases like this, starve babies, and build $1 million ballrooms. America's failing horribly. Failing horribly. Because all my son wanted on his manifestation day was some peace in his house. He just moved here like a few days ago. We just put his clothes in here. We just about to get him some hangers. His whole entire bed is all set up. His desk is coming soon. He's just trying to get adjusted to the new area, trying to find out what energies he want to be around, what neighbors he feels safe in their presence. Even me, I'm still trying to figure out what neighbors make me feel safe because I haven't found one yet. I'm still trying to figure that out. Like, is it me? Is it them? Are they trying to be cool? Are they trying to siphon my energy? Which one is it? Are they trying to protect? And is the boyfriend energy on me and they beating him up? So what's going on energetically? I'm still trying to figure that out. But the fact that my son is coming in here, also trying to figure that out. When it comes to the spiritual journey, we have to worry about how we're affecting the kids. more than we care about falling in love, going viral, looking sweet outside, standing on business about our integrity. We have to worry about what the fuck is going on with the children. I'll say this. I can feel the heaviness on my shoulders at times. I can feel me trying to move the energy around and do the right thing. But sometimes I don't know if that's the right thing because I'm still getting used to being aware of my energy to the point where I can see it, hear it, and know how to navigate it so that I'm not disrespecting somebody else's boundary, but working in harmony with them. I'm still learning that. So that's why it's so pivotal right now, this time, to kind of like stay away from the other energy, because it's like I'm trying to figure out how I can be comfortable in the house that I got to pay rent in for the next year. You understand what I'm saying? Like, I got to be here for a year, just 1 year, just one. I don't have to be here for nothing past a year. So I need to know how I'm going to feel comfortable for a year. Navigate the people upstairs, the people downstairs. Like, I never hear nothing from the people downstairs. That's the crazy thing. Like, the lady downstairs, I don't know what she got going on. I never hear nothing down there, ever. I never hear her bang on the ceiling. She never said I was too loud. I saw her one time and never saw her again after that. I heard him fixing something in her house. What's up, Cat's Eye? Or Cat's... Tell me how to pronounce that. What's up, lady? What's up? Also, shout out to y'all for subscribing, because I'm almost at 1,000 subscribers. Y'all the MVPs. Also, my birthday's in 10 days. So if y'all want to do me a little gifty gift and go ahead and donate to my Cash App, y'all could do that too. Link is in the bio. But no, on a serious note though, as it pertains to the kids though, our carbon footprint on our future heavily is impacted by how they perceive us and what we allow them to go through and what we are allowing them to grow through. So for me, when it comes down to it, we need to truly understand what we're doing, how they're perceiving it, and how we can effectively ensure that we're doing something that's positive. And saying F this kid, F that kid, and oh, he want to be a man, then I'm gonna show him that I'm not to be played with and all that other stuff, versus like coming to him. If you want to reprimand a kid, come in and talk to him, like dap him up, bring him some McDonald's. But you sitting here every 5 minutes begging the mom for money, begging to use the car. Even if you say you're gonna bring back some money, it's like you can't even build a relationship with my kid, and then you just had the nerve to say F him. He called back and apologized. He said I was speaking out of anger, but it's like, it's never enough anger in the world for me to ever say F your daughter. Ever. I don't care how mad I've been with you. You energy siphoning me, death magic in me, heart chakra attacks. You got girls that been hating on me that I don't even know, trying to bully me, trying to let me know that they pussy is the best machine out here, and I don't know nothing because the girl throw the thing in a circle, even if it's a little, make it jump like a hurdle. Oh, she don't know what she doing. That girl just giving it out. Like, whatever they got to say about me, because of how I was energetically trained as a kid. And I'm still learning how to protect my energy and how to be a better woman and how to not just be giving out my cookies and cream and ice cream and water to the whole entire community. I'm learning that. I'm learning that. And I can admit that. I'm learning that. And I can admit that. But in a sense of you having me in these predicaments, that's not helping me build a positive relationship with my future or my son. And every woman at this point I'm about to be 32. We should know that if a person's in our life, it has to be for positivity, for growth, for us to be able to, like, we're shopping for husbands. We're not shopping for a 3-week fling. I'm not shopping for a 3-week honeymoon phase. I'm not shopping for a guy to buy me Sephora when I'm bored. I'm not shopping for a person to tell me that they don't give a F about what I'm doing because I'm stretching because my body's in pain. They want me to answer the phone. I don't want to be talked to like that. I don't want to realize that you got a whole entire female up in my energy to the point where, like, I'm like, hold on, is her energy next to mine? I twist the brain in half. Well, I feel like me and her got the same brain. What you do to our spirits, where you spiritually attach me to somebody without my permission. So now this girl literally like living in my skin and I'm living in her skin. What the hell is wrong with you? Like, I'm sitting here pulling her. I'm like, hold, let me see. I'm moving her stuff around. I'm feeling it in my brain. What's going on? Oh, be a team player. Be a team player. I don't want no poly relationship with you. You're not even handling a monogamous relationship, let alone polyamorous. You got to get the first relationship done right. Hello. You got to get the first relationship, the one with your mother, together first, then the one with your baby mother, then whoever comes after that, and so on and so forth. You're not ready for a polygamous relationship yet. And the fact that this person still don't get that, but still has the nerve, like I said, I did the right thing. I didn't open the front door. I did the right thing. I didn't go outside. I did the right thing. I stayed in my house. But you brought another woman's energy into my energy to the point where now my brain feels like it's attached to her brain. That's disgusting. Because I can twist my mom's brain in half and it don't feel like my mom is in my brain. It feels like my mom's brain was like at my throat chakra level. But this girl, her brain is inside my head. Like, no, bro. And you expecting me to allow you around my kids. And you can't even be spiritually accountable for the fact that you're crossing up people's households without their permission. You're putting me in the energy of somebody who I don't even relate to them. And even if we do the exact same things, it's still not the same thing. That's not me. I didn't meet this person. I didn't consensual I didn't consensually say I want to be a part of this person's life. So for me, it just feels disrespectful because it's like I'm not crazy and I don't want to be this person's enemy, but at the point where I feel you putting her energy over top of me and like I don't need that in my life. Two heads are better than one. That's beautiful. But do that the right way. But some people just don't understand that. They don't understand that, like, Oh, I'm trying to give you a free car. She's like a car. You could just drive her wherever you want to. You can use her. Like, bro, I just need a positive relationship with my son. If you're not contributing to that, forget everything else. And that's the mission. That's why I'm looking at my clients like, okay, y'all got to understand our relationship got to be able to be positive for my son. Okay, you're paying me to do your hair, but you know this because I'm taking care of my son. So it's more so about our relationship, and then people who don't support you in that aspect of you being a parent and then you being like who you're supposed to be, they're not meant to be around you. And that's what I've learned on this spiritual journey thus far. Like, I really take what my son says seriously because, again, the kids are the closest thing to the spiritual realm that we have. Oh, okay. Our kids are closer to source than us. Right. You got to have the initiative to do something different. Just because we went through trials and tribulations where our parents made us grow up fast or our parents tried to baby us too long, don't mean that we can't do the right thing by our kids today. Star energy, celebrity level of energy, something about you have to have the initiative to step into your star energy to become a celeb or master of something. You know that song by Stevie Wonder, when you believe in things you don't understand, you suffer. You're not so weak that every energy bothers you. No, I'm an empath. I'm a healer. It's my job to be sensitive. Knight of Pentacles, it's my job to be sensitive. I don't want to be sensitive. It's just my job to be sensitive so that I can heal people. If I can't read your energy, I can't help you heal. And unfortunately, the King of Pentacles, again, a selfish king. Of course, he's selfish. If I can't feel your energy, I can't help you heal, but it's my job to heal people. Like, I literally was sent towards people for them to heal. That was it. That's the only reason we met each other, was for them to heal. Okay? There's a gift being given by the ancestors. If you want to book a reading, you can book a reading via the link in my bio. It's going to be down below in the description. Or you can just Cash App me. Or email me. Either or. If you want it to be a personal reading. It's too many cards. I'm not going to take all that. There's a King of Swords in the energy. Air sign masculine. Air sign being Aquarius, Libra, or Gemini. Take a leap of faith towards this person. Full card, Aquarian energy, I believe that is. Or Aries energy. I think it's Aries. I don't remember. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Then we have the man that brought the spark or the flame back to the situation. So this King of Swords might be the person to reignite your passion and your destiny. I just saw this card. I knew it was going to pop out. Queen of, oh shoot. High Priestess, a psychic woman, a woman in divine feminine energy. So this King of Swords is going to bring this spark back to this High Priestess. Or it's going to help you elevate into becoming the full High Priestess by simply stepping in your energy. Did the Emperor card just pop out? I just saw it. Yep, the Emperor card just popped out. So, yeah, he's going to be your Emperor, the King of Swords, if you allow it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Bottom of the deck is the Hermit card, the wonderful master that wanted to get away from society because of things that disgusted him. So you're going to have to leave behind things that really are not pertaining to you. This love at first sight. So yeah, this whatever this King of Swords thing is with love at first sight situation. But people be dragging their feet. I looked at my robe. Y'all see I have zodiacs all over my robe, and the first thing I saw was Libra. So there's a Libra that had love at first sight when they met you. So that's this King of Swords energy that's coming through, that's trying to help. And there's a Queen of Cups. The water sign feminine. Yep. Lovers. They're the lovers. The lovers card popped up. Yeah. What else, Spirit? What else do you have to tell me? All eyes are watching at this time. So it's a lot of eyes on you right now based on the decisions that you made. Here's the Queen of Wands in the energy of fire sign feminine. I just started to feel a pull on my left side of my neck. So it's a feminine energy. Trying to maybe hold things back or trying to cause you to turn back around. Seven of Swords energy, yeah. The child that fooled death. So yeah, somebody was trying to set you up. Try to create a tower in your life to stop this transformation. And that's the truth. Justice will be served though. Tell me more. Yeah, you got to leave behind things that do not set your spirit right. If it's not right for you, you got to let it go. That's what I'm saying to the guy. Like, Temperance energy card. Yeah, Sagittarian energy. Yeah, make the right decision. That's why even to the guy, I'm like, if I'm not the right girl for you, just leave me alone. I used to use tuna forks and singing bowls, but I lost a lot of my stuff when I had to move out of my last apartment. Like, I lost everything. Yeah. There's a Knight of Cups in the energy as well. Also a quick-witted thinker. If somebody's not right for you, just leave them alone. Just like leave them alone. You can't force nobody to become the hoochie of the year. If you want the hoochie of the year, be with the hoochie. But if the hoochie demean you and make you feel like you're not a man because the hoochie is a woman who know herself, so it's like, nigga, I'll go. And they get in your face like all them other girls do, and you start realizing, oh dang, this girl was so nice and so peaceful with me. Why did I leave her behind? Because you think you can control me, not realizing I'm nice and peaceful because I used to be that girl. I already been that girl who would get up in a dude's face and yell at him to the top of his lungs, scream at him, come at him. I did all that already. I'm healed past that version. You're not ready for this version, so you need to go backwards in time, but by doing that, you're going forward. But it's not me. It's not me. It's not me for you. It's not you for me. Okay, the best person for the job. Exactly. Let the best person for the job handle it, and be patient and allow it to happen. Stop trying to run so fast that you felt like you running towards your death. This man is looking at death in his eyes. Look at how confused and scared this man's face look. Following a dead man. Instead of being like the dude who got his tribal markings on, he getting connected to nature. He just taking a nap and guess what? He gonna figure out how to build that bridge to get to the abundance over there. He not gonna run down merrily, 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 merrily. Life is but a dream. Going down the road or row your boat simply down the stream. He ain't going down the stream because the abundance is right there. And look what else is up there. Children. All these people taunting children because of stuff that they going through. Like, that's why I'm like, you can't keep messing around over top of my kid because his friends can see that. Neighbors can see that. People can see what you're doing. And it's like, that's just so fucking disrespectful. I'm not about to be the butt of the joke because it's like, bro, I'm not even trying to be a part of the joke. I'm running away from the damn joke. I'm running away, yet the joke still's it's stalking me. It's at my front door. What are you doing here? All eyes on me. I'm literally like, why are you here? If you don't want to do right by me, why are you here? Like, with everybody in the whole entire world watching me right now, every single person throughout the whole land of life that can see this relationship, that has seen it, every single eyeball that's on me that's been watching this spectacle. Why are you here? What are you here for? If you don't want to do right, why are you here? Wheel of Fortune at the bottom of the deck. Ancestors got your back and protecting you. It says learn to become a student to get through this portal. Maybe this is to the person. I think the first spread was for the female and the second is for the male. Learn calling me right now. It's crazy work. But there's an ace of coins offer being offered to you. So there's an offer that's being made. There's going to be some kind of abundance. That's going to bring some kind of harmony, possibly. But it's just like, with all these people watching me, like, with everybody look. Know that you don't need to be in that environment. You must have a point because it says Milky Way perspective. And it has this portal right here. So whatever perspective you want to see things from, see it from that perspective. I could take it as an opportunity to heal my son's future self by healing this dude. But it's like, I feel like every time I allow that energy in my house, it's hurting my child. So there's some kind of communion and radiance taking place. Like, I don't know what just happened, but I just pulled whatever that feeling was out of my neck and was like, you know. And next thing you know, I started hearing my neighbors like talking. But what about me? Unfoldment, lotus flower unfolding. Mama Gaia is here to nurture you. Crystal focus, passion, fire. It just don't make no sense. Because now I'm all hot. It's just, I'm worried about how this affects my son's spirit more than anything. Go ahead and enlighten me because I'm sitting here still about to... Don't be scared of what? I'm not scared. I'm just looking like, what are we doing? I'm tired of you. I don't want to get strangled again. I don't want to get a bloody bruise on. I don't want to have another bruise or lump on the side of my face. Like, my face still hurts to this day, right here. Like, it still hurts. Still hurts. I don't want to go through that again. I don't care about, oh, well, the spiritual activation and it all is what? What's the lesson from that? The only lesson I'm learning is self-respect. This says, go into your cave in your sanctuary. Get on and continue to practice movement. Well, I felt like I just caught fire, so I don't think that that's a positive experience. That doesn't feel good. So again, with everybody's eyes is watching, what's the point of this? Y'all just want me to be the butt of the joke for forever? I'm trying to read the energy right now because I just hear a high pitch in my right ear. Rebirth, vision quest, blessings, reflection, childhood innocence. Okay. All right. I got karma for a mature woman is coming. Real love for you. Because you're high honor. Self-love is so important right now. Because you are protected from this conflict. Divinity. He keep calling. Can I come over? I really do miss you. I was just very angry. It's like he keep wanting to come over. It's like, come over here for what? Come here for what? Everybody watching. You sure about that? That that's what you want to do? And then I be the butt of the joke. You let him back in the house. You gave him some nookie. That's all he wanted was so he could feel better. Energy boost. Someone's going through true emotional pain right now. There's some kind of false documents going out. I ain't no loving no man. It's too complex. That's what I'm saying. You like be a reader and it's gonna make sense soon. I'm like, what, my love's supposed to heal him? Well, that's the case. What we've been doing for the last year. Where's the healing starting at? When that part gonna kick in? I know trees take about 5 years to bear fruit, but god damn. I was growing a mango tree about 4 years ago. As soon as I went to my mother's house, it died though. I love intuitive cast cards. Have you mind? Opposition is getting that ass whooped right now. You are unbothered at this time. It's a flying monkey above your head that's on some BS that's also sending the evil eye. See, and people think I'm funny. I don't even be trying to be funny. I be saying like the truth. I'm like, There's some unexpected money coming your way, maybe spiritual money, and somebody's in bondage, maybe. Maybe somebody put his ass up in the fucking mix because they like, stop fucking with my daughter. I don't know. Or maybe the mature woman was making the karma happen. I don't know. Because it's like, again, you're unbothered. I'm so unbothered with the situation. I'm just like, I just want to protect my son's face. I got an appointment to go to the doctor for my spine in the next hour and 10 minutes. With your hard work, someone's trying to destroy your hard work and efforts at this time. Tear down something that you built because you are rising into becoming a star. They want you confused and in an illusion. But you've blocked this person and no longer let them have access to you. So you see how the cards are saying that? Like, yeah, something has come to an ending. He said, let me come with you. So he can hear me right now. And he knows I'm about to go to the doctor. I literally just said, God. I'm about to go to the doctor. Let me come with you. I'm going to the doctor because you damn near... Everybody watching and everybody like, okay, well, everybody pulled up a seat. Stop talking about me on live. I'm 25. Okay. Say my age. That doesn't matter how old you are. You're acting like you're 15. There's a message coming through. Maybe there's a spam account. A fake account. Somebody's supposed to be single, sexy, and successful. There's a false narrative going out. Someone has thoughts about this. Okay. False narrative. There's thoughts about this false narrative. Not the person putting ... DC. Like, we watching too. Something about an Ice King. He has thoughts about this. Who's really the rich guy at this point? Like, somebody's a rich guy and they just don't want to admit it. But you're continuing to ascend because you really genuinely want to ascend. You don't want to keep going through the same shit. I'm not on a hamster wheel. We're not doing a hamster wheel. We're going up, straight up. I'm not trying to keep running around in the same circle. Like I said, our spiritual journey is more so about our kids. If we remember that we're doing life for our kids to have a beautiful future so that when they get to this point, they're not going to be mentally breaking down like us. The reason that we're doing this is so that when they get to this point in life, their minds will be sound enough to be able to raise kids that are even better than what we raised them to be. Then we understand what the whole point of this is. It has nothing to do with how good sex is, how fat your ass is, how long your hair is, what kind of car you drive. Because none of that shit matters. At the end of the day, your kids are proof of who you are. So if your kids are disrespectful to other people, aggressive, abusive, that says a lot about the parents that raised them. If your kids are opening the door for people, they're pleasant to be around, they're a blessing in general, that says a lot about the parents. And I've never had complaints about my son's behavior at school. I've never gotten a call from a teacher about my son, except for one time where someone else cut his hair. And there was one time at camp where he pulled his pants down, but the girl was pulling her skirt up in front of him and the brother was following him into the bathroom. It was twins. I'm looking at the grandparent like, what your twins, did they sleep in the same bedroom? He said, yes. I said, see, yeah. They're experiencing stuff and they try and pull my son into it. And that's what you see, it's always people trying to pull me into their mess. I don't want no polyamorous relationship, child. No. Family's very important at this time. And your ancestors. So call on the energy for guidance in order to get the kind of bliss that you need right now. Because again, very unbothered by the situation. It's just like, you're rising into becoming a star. And it's not something that you don't deserve, you know? Someone was doing voodoo and is leaving somebody else concerned. So I don't know who's doing voodoo because I don't even know how to do voodoo. I just know how to use my imagination. I'm like, I see stuff. It look like spirals in the sky. Get that out of the way. Get that out of the way. Move that out of my face. Like, I don't know nothing about no voodoo. So somebody doing voodoo and it's got somebody concerned. Somebody has an entity attachment. And something about legal. The veil. And somebody's having an awakening right now. Somebody who's imprisoned. Something about abundance. I just heard my neighbor was upstairs blowing her nose. Child. Because of a soulmate situation. Somebody is somebody's soulmate. Somebody's still in prison. Maybe somebody in jail is somebody's soulmate. Spirit, clarify more. Y'all make sure y'all go check out Intuitive Kev though. Yeah, because you're continuing to ascend, and it's making you change into a new spiritual look. Like you got a new spiritual identity. You look different. You look maybe better. Your body looking better. I know one thing, y'all. I put on some leggings the other day to go out. I didn't end up going out, but the way that the ass was assing, I couldn't even get the leggings all the way up. I'm like, I can't wear these. Like I was bending down, the whole crack was falling out. The front was still high waisted, but the back was like the wagon is starting to sit a little bit. Yeah, they have an obsession with you. Somebody has an obsession with you because you're a high priestess. Somebody's obsessed. Let's rewind that. Hold on. I'm gonna start talking about my wagon. I got distracted. Hold up now. Who has an obsession? Somebody's obsessed with your change into becoming a high priestess. Somebody's obsessed with that change, that transition in your life. Who's that? Somebody's enamored and in love with you because of it. So much that they actually would do death magic on you, but then try to also abandon you, or they feel like they're becoming abandoned because someone's doing. And somebody is a thief. There's a pathway being formed to help you get away from this thief. The person might be imprisoned. The person who's the thief, mature man, will be your pathway out of this, or healer. And somebody is, in fact, a divine masculine. But you got to travel to see him and get the love spell away for your actual money to come in. Surprise! No hate. Because you are actually a sweetheart. And somebody else has to transition because of this. Somebody will be passing away because of all this magic. Let me go ahead and break down this reading, and then we're going to be done. All right, so let me put everything where it's supposed to go. If you play the lottery and you like to play numbers, what I do is I put all the cards in their suits, and then it gives you the opportunity to build you'll see. Okay, I got y'all. Just a second. Somebody said sacrifice. Nobody say nothing about no daggone sacrifice. One, two, three, four, five, six for the wands. The story goes, to get to this portal, there's a transformation that must happen for Queen of Wands who experienced some kind of love at first sight with somebody who had a spark. And they just have to have the initiative to go ahead and go through the portal. Whatever that means. I would die for you. One, two, three. Cups. The best person for the job is going to get it done. Some kind of Knight of Cups energy, a fast thinker. Is going to help somebody get their gift from the family tree. All right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 for the pentacles. There's an offer being made, but you have to become a student to relearn something. Be patient because somebody is very selfish, but this Knight of Pentacles is a master of something and a celebrity. So be patient. That's the truth. And here's a King of Swords. Or they're also a King of Swords. Or maybe they're the same person. Maybe you get the amenities of a King of Swords packed inside of the Knight of Pentacles once they finally heal. However long that's going to take. Let it let it marinate. Okay, 1, 2, oh, excuse me, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Wheel of Fortune. You have to use your angel energy. In order to get to this Wheel of Fortune, you got to use your right judgment. Leave behind things that do not serve you. It's going to create a tower, and everybody's going to be watching this tower happen. But in order for you to fall in love with the Emperor and become the high priestess you're supposed to be, you have to take this leap of faith into your star energy. In order for you to truly be the high priestess, you got to take that leap of it. What the fuck did I just see? I'm outside. Unlock the door unless you want me to leave. All right, you guys. Remember, here on this platform, you are heard, seen, and loved. Remember to always have peace, love, and hair grease and everything in between, because these are your chakras and you're about to help you manifest your dreams. Don't let nobody take advantage of you. Okay? You're gifted, you're blessed, you're talented. You have so many things going for you. Don't let nobody take that from you. Not even for love. Self-love is most important. All right. Peace.